Yo, it's your man Abuamerican. So I wanted to talk about this. This is more in line with masculinity as opposed to female psychology. And excuse background noise because I'm filming on the main street here, and I've let this video like slide to the wayside for a couple of weeks now. And I wanted to talk about a type of social maturity. And you know, one thing that's been taught to men in the 21st century is that communication is the key. You know, and really, when we look, and you'll see if you read in like the Road to Mastery series books, that communication is the female methodology. Men, we tend to be more insular in our ways, and we shouldn't be emotive and, you know, discussing feelings and all these type of things. This is not something we really do. So in that, when it comes down to conversation and social maturity, we should understand, like, not everything needs to be said. And even I have to learn this, you know, because there's times when I just, you know, shoot from the hip. But at the same time, I think there's a time to shoot from the hip. It's that discernment that we need to learn as men. When is the time to fire, you know, let something fly? And when is the time to, you know, remain silent? Another thing I've noticed with a lot of men today is that they can't decipher or determine what, I guess decipher is the right word, or the difference between being friendly and wanting to be friends. And there's a huge difference. You know, let's take it from a professional aspect. I go to work, and in total I'm at work about 9 hours a day. That's more waking time I'm with the people I work with than I am with friends, when I am with family, my children. I don't have that much time in my waking hours in a day with the people I care for and I love. So when I go to work, it's important to be cordial and polite with the people I work with, because I spend more time with them than I do with my family. Now here comes the problem. People there in the professional atmosphere, and I notice this in Germany a lot, have a difficult time understanding the difference between being friendly and being friends. Just because an individual is being friendly does not mean he wants to be his friend. I don't want to spend free time with you. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to know how your wife and kids are doing or what illnesses you have. It doesn't really interest me. You know, I don't want to hang out with you after work. There may be some individuals that you can, you know, bond with in that sense and become real friends with and hang with and work with them. Fair enough, that can happen. But in general, I'm being friendly because I have to spend so much time with you. So, you know, unless you want to go into a very hostile work environment every day. And my first job here in Germany, I worked at a company, you might have heard of it, Johnson Controls. And it was just a very, very hostile work environment because you had men there who were exceptionally emotional, very, very just crabby, you know, and they couldn't decipher or, you know, understand the difference between me being friendly and wanting to be friends. And so they automatically took that stance of like aloof superiority that comes with the idea that someone wants to be my friend from a gynocentric standpoint, not a masculine one, where I retain higher market value than you, and therefore I treat you in a way which shows my higher value. These are behaviors and mannerisms that men should not be showing. And we should, as men, be able to determine the difference between being friends or wanting to be friends and wanting to be friendly. You know, so social maturity is something that needs to return back to men. Women have their ways, let them have it. Men, we have our ways, and we should be at it. I think it stopped raining now. So, yeah, this is just my take. I could be wrong. You could, you know, you can disagree with me. Let me know. But from my observations in life, something that, you know, nobody ever taught me, and I've had to learn through, you know, trial and error. This is what I find to be true and hold true. And sometimes you actually have to explain this to men that you work with, and you have to stop them and say, look, man, hey, hold up. I'm here with you this many hours a day, blah, blah, blah. And you go through the whole spiel with them, and you break it down to them. I was like, I don't mean it in a mean way, and I don't mean it in a rude way, but I don't really want to be your friend. I just want to be friendly, so I don't have to come to work and think, you know what? I'm going to come in here one day and go postal and kill you. And we know in America, people like to go postal and come to work and shoot people up. And this probably comes from social immaturity and the inability to understand how to function amongst men and adults in a professional atmosphere. They let too much emotion, they make work an extension of their personal life. And it's not the same. Everything that happens at work, leave there. And everything that happens at home, leave there. Don't bring your crappy day at work home to your wife and your kids, and then you start unleashing on them because you're too scared to say something to the people that you work with because you're afraid of the repercussions there. You got to, in this sense, it is proper when you say you got to man up, So, yeah, without going into too much of a further of a rant and just carrying on. Let me know what you think in the comment section. This is your man, Abuamerican. Catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Abuamerican. I am out, homies.